Hello my fellow working class heroes, good day. I am Carlo and this is Carlo Excels. These are our objectives of this episode. First of all, we're gonna talk about basic manual sorting of data, and then we're gonna talk about basic manual filtering of data, and then we'll talk about using tables to sort and filter. One really nice thing about Microsoft Excel is of course its sorting and filtering tools. If you have lists in other documents, like for example a Word document or a PowerPoint presentation or even a text document, I would actually suggest that you take those lists and you copy paste them into Microsoft Excel, and then you use Microsoft Excel to sort them and then put them back to the original document as a sorted list. So what you can see on the screen right now are sample lists that we will sort in Microsoft Excel. Let's try to sort these lists. So there are two ways I can access the sorting options of Microsoft Excel. So first off, I can highlight the list that I want to sort and then right click. So after I right click, you will see there, right, sort. So I can then select the kind of sorting I want. Or you can access it from the ribbon. So on the ribbon, you can find the data tab, as you can see here, and then find the sort and filter part of the ribbon. And I can sort using this. Sorting single lists is easy enough, so all I have to do is, again, highlight the list that I want to sort. Of course, I don't want to highlight student names because I don't want to mix the word student names into the name. So I want to highlight the list of the names that I want to sort. There are 10 names here, and then I'm going to click on A to Z, and you will see there, like magic, Microsoft Excel sorts all of these names alphabetically. In fact, I can also sort them reverse alphabetically by clicking on this button Z to A. And you will notice that now Microsoft Excel has arranged them reverse alphabetically. Usually when you sort lists, it's always best to sort lists vertically, alright? Also, it's usually best to sort lists that are homogeneous. When I say homogeneous, I mean, for example, you may want to sort student names only, all student names. Or you may want to sort all dates or all genders or all grades, etc. You might not want to sort names and dates and grades all on just one list. But as a proof of concept, let's try it. So on the second column, this column over here, you will notice that I have student names, but at the same time, I mixed in a few symbols and even numbers stored as text. So let's try this. If I'm gonna highlight all of these and then sort them alphabetically, let's see what happens. You will notice that Microsoft Excel, when it looks at all text, it will arrange the items, the ones with the symbols first. Again, symbols first, and then numbers, and then letters. Again, symbols, and then numbers, and then letters. If I sort them reverse alphabetically, the same is also true. Symbols are considered first on the alphabet, and then you have numbers, and then you have words. Microsoft Excel can of course sort values, alright? So here are a few dates written as date values. Now let's try sorting these. So if you sort these, for example, A to Z, oldest to newest, so what happens is, if I click this button, you will see of course that the older, or rather the first dates are first. So the earlier dates are first. So you have August 6, 2005 being the first date that occurred. And then you have November 13, 2007 as the last date that occurred. Of course, you can sort it the other way around. And you have that. Of course, for us teachers, one key value that we manipulate is of course grades stored as numbers. So let's try this column over here. Let's sort them. And yes, Microsoft Excel can sort them using the same procedure. So let's try sorting them from smallest grades first to higher grades. So A to Z. Then you'll see here, of course, smaller grades first going over to higher grades. Or sort them reverse. And you will see here, higher grades first, moving on towards the lower grades. Of course, you'll never really do this in a practical sense, but let's try it as a proof of concept. What if you mix values and text together? Alright? How will it look like if you arrange that? So let's highlight all of these. So in this column, you have values stored as data stored as values and data stored as text. Alright? So let's arrange them from first to last, and you will notice that you have your values arranged first. So Microsoft Excel, when it arranges values and text together, it will list down the values first, and then we'll move on to the text. Words are the ones that are heaviest. Now, if you sort them in the reverse order, the same still applies. The values are considered the lightest, and then you have the words considered the happiest. Of course, one nice thing about Microsoft Excel is its ability to not only sort lists but also sort tables. What you can see on the screen right now is a table of fictional student data. So you have here last names of students with their first names, and then their genders, and then their learner reference number, and then their birth year, birth month in text form. Then you have your birthday, and then your birth date in date value form, and then of course their grades. So you have here grade 7 junior high school grades, grade 8, grade 9, and grade 10 junior high school grades. Now, this will be a pain to sort manually, but Microsoft Excel can do this in mere seconds. So one good thing to remember when you have a table like this is to make sure that the first row of the table contains the labels of the column. So for example, you have here the words last name because these are student last names. You have your first name because these are student first names. You have your LRN because these are learner reference number, etc, etc, etc. So now that the data is arranged like this, one good way for you to know that Microsoft Excel considers this as one whole table and not just a group of lists is to press on your keyboard Ctrl A. Again, Ctrl A, CTRL and A, alright? Press Ctrl, hold it, and then press the letter A. So you have Ctrl A. Now you will notice when you press Ctrl A on your keyboard, that is the command for select all, alright? Ctrl A, you will notice that when it selects all of this data, it stops at the end of the table, at the rightmost and at the bottom, alright? So that is one way for you to know that Microsoft Excel does indeed consider this group of cells as one whole table. Alright, let's start sorting. So let's assume for a moment that you want to sort this last name first, alright? You want to sort the students by their last name. So what you want to do is you click on any of the cells on the last name column, right? Click on any of the cells and then press Ctrl A. Okay, so it selects all of the cells, and then you will notice there is this white space over here unselected. So that connotes, or that, that's Microsoft Excel's way of telling you or reminding you that that is where it starts. So if you select the column that you want to sort and then press Ctrl A there, the moment you press on the sort button, you will notice that Microsoft Excel sorts according to the column that you selected first, alright? So this data is now sorted by last name. And you will notice, of course, that Microsoft Excel did not sort this column as a list, as an independent list. It sorted the whole table. So it adjusted all of the other columns accordingly to the sorting of the last name column. Of course, you can sort last name by reverse alphabetical order. So again, click on any of the cells of the last name column, press Ctrl A, okay? And then you click the Z to A button over here. And once you do so, last names are now arranged reverse alphabetically. And of course, all other columns have adjusted or have sorted themselves to match the sorting of the last name column. In fact, you can do multiple sorting. Like for example, you want to arrange the last names alphabetically, like so, and then you want to arrange the gender of the student. So you want males first. So what you want to do is, again, click on the column that you want to start sorting, like here. I want to click on any of the cells of the gender column, press Ctrl A, and then of course use Z to A because male, letter M is, further down the alphabet compared to letter F, so Z to A. And when I press that, you will notice that Microsoft Excel has now sorted this table males first, and then the males are even arranged alphabetically, and then females next. Females next, like so. Or of course, you can sort them by birth date. Again, click on any of the cells of that column, and then press Ctrl A, and then sort them either A to Z or Z to A. If for example, I want the youngest students first, I can, or rather the eldest students first, I can click on that. So I have the people born on the year 2005, or I can sort them youngest people first, and I have the people born in 2007. Of course, as you may have already guessed, this procedure can be used to rank grades, alright? So for example, I want to rank these students according to their grade 7 math grade. I want to list down first the people who are struggling with their math grade from grade 7. So again, select a cell on that column, grade 7 math, and then press Ctrl A, and then have smallest to largest. So you will see here, now the students are arranged by their math grade. Or I may want to sort them largest to smallest, and now I have the students with the bigger math grades first. Microsoft Excel also has filtering features. It's really nice. Microsoft Excel can actually isolate the data according to the attributes that you specify. So how do you activate filtering? First of all, click on any of the cells on the table and then again press Ctrl A. Alright? When you press Ctrl A, make sure that Microsoft Excel recognizes the table as such. Alright? And it does in the moment. And then you look at the ribbon, as you can see here, and you will see the filter. You will see the filter button. Press the filter button, and then now you will see that your headers, the first row, right? Your headers now have this small arrow to the right of it. So let's see what those small little arrows can do. Say for example, I want this list to be filtered by gender. Say for example, I want to remove all of the females for the moment, and I want to concentrate on seeing the males. What do? You look at the gender column, like so, and then you click on the small arrow to the right of it, and then you will see there text filters over here, right? So you may do your search, but in this case, we already know that we're just looking at males and females. So you just uncheck the select all button to remove all of the checks. And then, just like what we mentioned a while ago, we want to see just the males, all right? So click on the male button and then you press OK. Then you will notice that the females are now gone from the list. You now have only the males left in this list, or in this table rather. You can even do filtering of multiple columns. Say for example, I only want to see the females who were born in 2005, alright? So click on gender and then select females, like so. So you removed all of the males already, and then you click on birth year, and just like what I said, you want to see only the ones who were born 2005. So these are the females that were born in 2005. And of course, to stop filtering and to restore the table in its original glory, all you have to do is to click the filter button again and you disable filtering. One really nice way of quickly accessing both the sorting and the filtering tools of Microsoft Excel is to take all of this data and to create an actual formatted table with it. So how do you do that? First, you select on any of the cells and you press Ctrl A so that Microsoft Excel now recognizes this as one whole table. And then you go to Home, the Home tab, and you look at the ribbon and find the Format as Table button. Alright? So you click on the Format as Table button, and then you will find there a lot of suggestions of Microsoft Excel as to how to format your table. Pick your colors. So I'm feeling a bit black and white right now. So there you go. Now, Microsoft Excel will try to confirm if the data on your table is over here. So yes, I am confirming that that is correct. And then I am telling Microsoft the Excel that yes, my table does have headers. Diba? So press OK, and there you go. Now that the data is formatted this way, we can very quickly access sorting and filtering options. So how to sort? You click on the column that you want to sort by. For example, I want to sort my students by their last name. So pick the last name, click on this small arrow icon to the right of the last name column, and then sort them A to Z. Easy, right? Or I want to sort them by gender, Z to A, males first. Or I can filter using this. So I want only those born in 2007, like so. And then, there you go. So even though the data is already arranged this way, you can still manipulate the columns and rows. You can, of course, resize the columns the way you want them, or you can insert a new column using the procedure we already talked about in a previous lesson, right? So right-click on a column and then press Insert to insert a new column. Let's say, for example, this is a column for section. Or you can insert a row to accommodate a new student, like so. And of course, if in case you don't need any of the columns, you can in fact delete columns from here. So for example, I wanna take away the birth year, I can right click and then delete this column. Or I wanna delete a student, I can in fact do that. So that's it for basic sorting, filtering, and creating a table. So I suggest that you do this with your own data and then experiment with it so that you find the right conditions with which you want to sort, filter, and then of course arrange your data in a table. Now, Excel's sorting and filtering tools is like really nice, but the problem with it is, it has to be done manually. And because it is done manually, there are certain forms of calculations and there are certain functions that do not perform well, do not function well when it is done within a table or when it is done with manual sorting and filtering. And sometimes you just don't want to do sorting and filtering manually. You just want it automatically. And let me tell you, my dear viewers, that yes, sorting can in fact be done automatically with the use of functions. What you can see on the screen right now is a list of students with their science grade. So you have here a list of 200 students. And let's say, for example, we want to arrange these students automatically by their science grades. What you can see on the screen right now is a prepared input field of students and their science grades. So you put the student names here and their science grades here. And this on the right is an output field for students and their science grades. So using functions and calculations, what we expect to happen is every time we enter a new student here with their science grades, Excel will now automatically rank the students according to their science grades, highest grades first, moving over to the lowest. So let's try this. Let's start copy pasting student names from the previous sheet to the next sheet. So let's copy paste this student, Control C, and Control V over here. Now, the moment I enter the student here, you will notice that the student already appears here. Let's enter another student. And when I paste it here, you will notice that the student, Agua, is now on a higher rank than Abby automatically. Let's try another student, say Alger. And then if I paste Alger here, you will notice that Alger has now automatically been ranked higher. Let's try another student, somebody in between these. And when I paste this data here, you will notice that Alvarado has now been ranked accordingly. In fact, if I take all of this data here and then paste them here, Excel will now automatically rank the results accordingly using the magic of functions. Some of you may be thinking now, but I already know how to manually sort. Do I really need automatic sorting? Well, let me tell you, automatic sorting does have its advantages. For example, you may want it for automatic honors determination, awards determination, and sorting is also a component of item analysis. Automating that part, of course, helps a lot. I know some of you are already thinking, so how is this done? Please teach us. Unfortunately, I cannot teach this yet. And no, it's not because I don't want to teach it, because believe me, I do. But unfortunately, there are so many things I have to teach first before we even get to a self-sorting list. For now, all I really wanted to show you is that yes, an automatic self-sorting list is possible in Microsoft Excel. And yes, this channel will get to that lesson eventually. So for now, please subscribe to the channel so that you will see the lessons when they come, especially the lesson on the self-sorting list. So that's it for our lesson on basic sorting, filtering, and tables. Once again, I am Carlo. This is Carlo Excels. Thank you very much for watching.